Yeah.
Yeah, it's that time. Get ready, roll with us. Yo, it's Real Talk, Nique and Friends are in the house. Every woman welcome, no doubt. From all walks of life, shapes and sizes, so grand. Rocking every hairstyle, holding power in your hand. Got our queens on wheels, watch your dreams take flight. Breaking every ceiling, shining oh so bright. Diversity dancing, feeling the good groove. So grab your favorite glass, let your body move. This is your space, where we lift you higher, setting your amazing spirit on fire. We'll talk protest, Wednesdays and Fridays, 9 p.m. sharp. 9 p.m. sharp. Starting October 15th, 2025. Right from the start, come unwind with Nique and Friends. Yeah, you got this.
Hey.
Hey, welcome, everybody. It's Will Talk Podcast. It's where the river meets the road on life, love, and everything in between. We're not just rolling through life, darling, we're doing it with style, with wit, and a whole lot of real talk. Okay, from blended families to blind dates, we're spilling the tea and navigating all the wild lanes of modern life. Because whether because whether we're rolling, uh, because whether you're swiping right or just trying to get through the school drop off, life's an adventure, and we're here to talk about it all. No filter. So buckle up, buttercups, because Nique and Frankie are about to take you on a ride you won't forget. Welcome to Wheel Talk. Okay, so again, hello everybody. What's up? We'll talk, we'll try, we'll nation. You're rocking with Nique, your host, Nique on Wheels, single and always ready to roll. And I'm joined by my crew member.
Frankie or Francesca, the real Frankie G. What's up?
um, Okay, so we're back with episode 9, Love Lanes and Real Talk, swiping right on accessibility. Today we're diving deep into the wild road of dating, apps, first first dates, and those infamous red flags. The infamous red flags. But first, let's set the vibe right with some daily affirmations. Okay, today's I affirmation that my worth is not determined by a swipe and my confidence is my sexiest accessory, and that applies to everyone, whether you're rolling or walking. Okay, that's one of my affirmations for today. Frankie, do you have an affirmation that you have for today?
No affirmation. But the
Yeah.
usual normal one, you know.
Okay, what's your usual normal one then?
Um, Everything comes to me easily, and everything is always working out for me.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Now let's roll into our main topic, which is navigating love lanes, dating apps. Let's kick off with one of the hottest topics for wheelchair users. Disclosures on the app profile. Is it hold up. Make sure I hit the right thing. Oh no, this sounds so familiar. But we're chair fishing. Uh and radical transparency. Okay. So for me, I'm transparent when it comes to my wheelchair um because it's part of me. It's in my photos. I'm not chair fishing. I'm just living life. But I've heard stories of people waiting until first date and then they bail on a person once they see that the other person is in a wheelchair, or things as simple as that. What's the etiquette here? Is it like hiding you have kids, Frankie? Frankie, I can't hear you. You on mute.
I was gonna say, I was gonna speak on the wheelchair thing too because I've been chairfished, not by a man,
Oh
not by a man, but like by friends and stuff. But you know what I think it is? I think that people tend to forget. Like, for example, like me with the kids thing.
no.
I don't usually tell men until they ask, not because I don't want them to know, but because I don't see it as a factor. Like when I say like I dissociate, I like not that I forget that I'm a mom, but I'm so used to it that it doesn't come to mind as top priority to talk about. So when I meet females and I don't know that they are in a wheelchair and they don't tell me and I don't find out till later or whatever, then then um then I don't make too big of a deal about it. I just like for people to be comfortable. So when I get nervous, uh I may say a joke about it. Like, and it kind of lightens the load, especially for my daughter being in a wheelchair. Instead of like letting the other person feel awkward and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm in a wheelchair. You didn't know." I'd be like, "That's okay, girl. You can still walk with me on the beach." like, girl, stop playing. Shut up.
Right.
Or my daughter will feel uncomfortable if someone asks her something. Like if
I'll be
they be
like,
like,
scoot over, let me ride with you, too.
"Right,
You
right,"
know?
something like that. Like, um,
Yeah.
my daughter was like, "What happened?" "Oh no, they're just always asking her like, 'Are you okay?' Like blah 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 blah." And I'll be like, "Well, of course not. She's crippled." Like, like
Yeah.
to lighten the load because I know my daughter, her being young and sitting in the wheelchair, I know she gets offended easily. I know she gets frustrated by what people say and stuff like that. But again,
Yeah.
if someone asks me about my kids, I try to get them. I wouldn't say I try to get them. I kind of just let them like me first.
Right.
And then, like I
Yeah.
said, when they ask me, then I'll answer. And then if it's a factor, then I'll move forward with that. But like to me, I'm not really ever talking to anybody to marry me or to be their dad. So it's not like I'm like, oh, hey, I have 7 kids, blah, 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 blah. No, it's just like, hey, what's you doing? Oh, hey, what's up? Like, blah, 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 blah. I think the first thing that I bring up is always business because I want to see if they're like oriented in the same beliefs or if they're on the same goals or whatever. And then, yeah, because I would like a
Yeah.
man in a wheelchair, actually. Then he can't walk off of me. Thanks.
No. Oh,
That
but
would
he
be
can roll
nasty
though.
if
He
he
can
had a
put that
bag.
bitch in. He can put that bitch in high gear and roll though. Okay.
I'll be able to catch him though. That is all that matters.
Eventually, if the battery die, eventually, yeah.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. No, we ain't
Exactly.
doing that.
Moving on to another thorny issue, dealing with fetish, fetishiz, I can't even say the word, fetishizations or infantilization. That's a lot for my
Wait,
tongue.
what?
But
Dealing
anyway, so dealing with fetishes or infantilization. Ladies, have you ever encountered this in your dating lives? Even as an able woman, um, that person who just wants to fix you or treat you like a child. For me, the amount of dates, the amount of times a date has tried to push my chair when I ask or talk to me like I'm a precious doll, or the inspiration porn angle. You're so brave for dating. No boo. I'm just looking for a good time. I don't even get um and don't even get me started on the devotees who have a full blown fetish. How do you shut how do you shut that down on a first date without causing a scene? Frankie, you
I guess yes. I was thinking about it.
there?
Um,
Okay.
I guess like addressing my boundaries right away. I wouldn't say that I would necessarily shut it down. I would just take that into factor about preference. So I would probably just tune away from that person and not really want to talk to them anymore. But I think that's kind of not a good answer because then you like lose a lot of people. I'm working on my communication though. So um so just letting them know like, well, no, this is what it is and this is who I am and you know, kind of being passive about it, being understanding that they probably don't understand, but also a little aggressive, like, but I'm letting you know I don't really like that. That's not how I go about things.
Yeah, what about have you ever had a man try to fix you?
Yeah, yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I get real aggressive, right? Because it's like, um, don't get me wrong, we're supposed to better each other, but I think that comes within time. If you come in right away and somebody's telling you what to and what not to do, then it's like, okay, then I'm not the person that you're looking for. Because unless it's something that I agree with, where I can be like, oh, okay, I do want to get better in that. Um, so then I really don't take offense to it. For example, like my mouth, I do get real disrespectful, and I would like to be really respectful to a man, regardless of the conditions, because I want unconditional love, you know? Um, and I give unconditional love. So I wouldn't want to go into a relationship and say, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, or I want you to fix this or I want you to fix that. It has to be mutual. Because if he's just right away wanting to address those things or wanting to change something, then it's controlling to me. Sorry. I need to put the. Sorry. Are you muted? Or you can't hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Okay, so um, oh, okay, that was a powerful insight. Let's switch gears slightly. Um, dating an able versus disabled person. What are the unique dynamic pros and cons from an able body perspective and mine? For me, I've dated. I've only dated able-bodied people. Um, I don't know why.
Nick, you got
I know,
game.
right? I've only dated. I've only dated able-bodied people, and it's because I grew up in a neighborhood where I was the only person in my school district in a wheelchair. So from the time I was in kindergarten till my ninth grade year, I didn't see another person in a wheelchair. So, when I got to ninth grade, it was another guy, but I wasn't into him. But years later, I found out that he had a crush on me or whatever. But um, I just always dated an able-bodied person. Um, I don't. I I have very high ambition and goals for myself. So I always strive to do more than what my disability says that I can do. And if the other person does not reciprocate that same type of energy, it's a big turn off for me. So I was never really I had never really met another attractive man until that was in a wheelchair until I was like 25, and he lived in another state that I did, and I would kid you not, I gotta get him to come on the show or whatever. But he was he was like the first dude I ever seen that talked like real good, like about being in a wheelchair. Like he could do a lot of stuff on his own. He was living on his own. Like it was just amazing to me. And I really had this like big deep crush on him, and I wanted us to date or whatever. But come to find out, like he really has this mindset where he feels like two people in a wheelchair cannot be together because what can they do for each other? Basically, like he basically would say like he needs an assistant, an attendant, a caregiver at times, and I would need a caregiver at times. Like, what could we do for each other? Like, type stuff like that.
Get
So,
rich.
so he had that mindset, and I didn't really agree with that mindset or whatever, because I feel like the heart want what the heart wants, but he just basically said like he liked me, but he just couldn't be what I wanted him to be for me because that's just the way he thought about it. So his partner would have to be able bodied. So yeah, which sucks. I'm gonna get and you know what? I'm gonna get him on the show, y'all. And I want y'all to like ask him all types of questions for real. And watch him give y'all the Enrique Suave cool guy answers all the time. But yeah, he's a real cool person though. Like he's real cool. Um, yeah. But I really liked him, and that like hurt my little feelings. But I was like, damn, I get dope. I get a big no for people in a wheelchair. The what? And I'm in a wheelchair myself. But nah, he let me down gently, but still. Um, and
Yeah, I
dating
find
and
that odd.
yeah, dating an able-bodied person brings a different dynamic. Sometimes they're clueless, but sometimes they're just super supportive and willing to help. What about you, ladies? Would you ever consider dating someone with a disability?
Me,
Frankie?
definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I told you, shoot, if I was dating somebody in a wheelchair, they could never leave me. um,
Okay.
because I also believe that it doesn't take it doesn't take for someone to be, girl, I don't know what this is. Oh my God. Okay. I'm playing with one of the kids' toys. I believe that I believe that it's the mindset. I believe that it's the mindset that gives the authority and the ambition to be able to take charge of a family. So like in the authority position for my kids, I don't think it'll be a problem. I can do for someone that takes me into consideration. So yeah, I could do either or as long as the person cares about me and prioritizes me and takes responsibility for me. That's all I care about.
Right.
And not be mean. Kindness is very big for me in a relationship for anybody.
Right. Right.
I
I
heard
love
somebody
that.
knocking. Sorry.
I love that. And finally, let's talk about the dreaded friend zone for disabled women. Is it real? Is it the default, or is it just dating in general? Um, it it feels like something. Sometimes men see me or whatever in a wheelchair, and let's quite say before they meet me or whatever, we could have the coolest, calmest conversation or whatever, and then when I let them know or they see me on a date in a wheelchair, their whole like they whole mood change, and it's like they look at my chair sometimes. Sometimes they look at my chair and they just see my chair and they don't see me as the person that they spent countless hours on the phone with, chatting with, and talking to. Um, and they always like, you know, they say I inspired them or something like that, which is much BS to me. Um, I've had guys tell me like they would date me, but um, they they wouldn't they would want to know like they wouldn't know how to react when somebody would like say something about me or suggest that they're with me because of alternative motives or whatever.
Ulterior motives. Yeah.
Yes. Or things in that manner. It's like they don't think past, like, it's like they skip past the potential romantic partner stage and straight to platonic buddy, um, or best friend, or homegirl, or or whatever. Is this just my own opinion, or is there something to it?
Um, I don't think that's your opinion. I think that that actually happens in real life.
Yeah.
And I've I've done it. Where where I'll stare at somebody and I'll try not to think about it. Like, um, but it's so crazy. Like, it didn't really happen when with you. When I met you, I actually
Hmm.
did see your personality first. Like, and I think that's
Right.
probably because we've been on camera so much. But
Right.
I'm not a man, so. But the the first thing I would think about is how I'm gonna fuck her.
Right.
How am I gonna bleep? That's the only thing that I would really focus on and be like, wait, what?
See, I'm gonna have to get my potential boo thing to come on here one day and talk to y'all because like he kills me about the questions that he asks me. Like he he be dead serious. Like he's like, but I don't be wanting to hurt you. Like I
That's
don't
good.
understand, but it's just funny because the way he asks the questions. Um, but yeah, I do believe like Um, they see that wheelchair and it's just like they they look at it and they're like, well, yeah, I do like her, but like, um, and then I think it comes for like being a real man. Like a real man ain't gonna care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? So, um, just being ready to take that type of responsibility on because that is like when you're dating somebody in a wheelchair, that is an added responsibility onto if you got kids or whatever. So
Yeah.
I can really understand that as well too. Hold up. Hold on. Hold on. All right, I'm back. My grandma wanted to tell me something about my cousin. But But yeah, we need to normalize seeing disabled women as desirable, capable, and full on romantic partners, not just angels or inspiration. Let's take a quick pit stop over. Let's take a quick pit stop before we roll into our next segment. Okay. All right. So, um, our next segment, um, Wheel Nation, is a game that I came up with, and it's called Red Flag or Green Light Wheel Talk Edition. I'm gonna throw out some dating scenarios, and I want you guys to I want you, friend, and our listeners at home to tell me if it's a solid green light to proceed or a hard red flag to roll away from. And we're going to keep it spicy, okay? So, the first scenario is you're on a dating app and the guy profile photo is just a picture of his chair. Of his car, a very expensive car. So, would you give it a green light to proceed or a hard red flag to roll away from?
Red flag.
Why?
Because why? Okay, wait. Is he trying to talk to you? Well, it's a dating app, so yeah.
It's a dating app,
I
yeah.
would say red flag. Because what are you insecure about that you have to make up in a fancy car?
Right, right,
Or why are you not showing your face? Do you think you look ugly? Because some of them are not, and they just don't like showing their face because they think that they're ugly.
right,
And I've seen
right,
that too. But then that kind of gives me the idea that you already have somebody and you're trying to hide this.
right. So big red flags for me too. like you said, it's a hard pass because what, like you said, what is he trying to compensate for?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, scenario two. On the first date, when you mention you use a wheelchair, he says, "Oh, I love helping people. I used to volunteer in a nursing home." Okay, so what is that? Is that a green flag or a red flag?
Um,
A
I
green light or a red flag? My bad.
I would say green light. I give him the green light because what made you so nervous to say something like that?
Like, I mean, to me,
Like,
it's a green and a red flag. But like, it's slick funny. Like, what? Like,
like,
was he trying to make a joke and it came out just like that?
right.
Or yeah, or a red
You,
flag would be like, I'm not a charity case.
yeah, I was
I'm
just
a
about to say that.
volunteer, not a caregiver.
Do I
So
look like
yeah,
a charity case to
yeah,
you? But at the same time, that's exactly what I'd be looking for if I was in a wheelchair, is somebody to help take care of me. So you ain't wrong, bro. But you
okay.
know,
And our final scenario is he asked you out for a super romantic dinner, but the restaurant he chose has no accessible entrance on the stairs. When you point it out, he says, "Oh, I'll just carry you."
that's a tough one because he may
This
not
is a
have known to check for wheelchair accessibility.
right,
But I don't know if we're going on a first date if I should let somebody carry my brother.
right. Like it would definitely depend on like if he was in great shape or whatever. He'd be like, "Oh, I'll carry you." I was like, "Okay," but if you fragile looking and you think you finna get all this dead weight on you, baby,
Like, how am I gonna sit back into the wheelchair? You gonna drive it back to the car or
right? Like, where we gonna put it? Like,
like,
we gonna valet the wheelchair? What? Like, hey,
oh
don't put a
my
scratch
gosh, stop
don't
it.
put a scratch on her.
No. Oh my god.
Okay, we're all in agreement on these ladies. Remember, we'll try trust your gut and don't be afraid to roll away from those red flags. Okay. And
And I
now we're gonna move.
apologize. Sorry. I apologize to everybody for moving around so much because you know, my daughter spilled a whole bowl of cereal everywhere. And then my other kids had the bathroom a little dirty, so I'm just cleaning up a little bit, and that's why I'm moving around so much.
All
Got
right, you guys. The next segment is the style lounge. Slay or nay, wheelchair chick, and beyond. Okay. Welcome to the style lounge. Today we're talking slay or nay, wheelchair chick, and beyond. The latest fashions, do's and don'ts, especially when you're trying to look fly on a date. Okay, first up for a slay or nay, for wheelchair users, those super long flowy maxi dresses. Slay or nay? For
Okay.
me, uh-uh. For me, it's a nay.
I,
They get caught up in the wheels,
I was just gonna
and
say
then
that.
they're like a tripping hazard, and and then they just look messy when you're sitting down. You have all of that fabric up under your stomach, up around your stomach, and it's just a lot. So
Kind of like
give
that
me
though.
like a midi dress or tailor pants and any day over there. So yeah.
I kind of like
What you
it. I really, besides the whole getting caught in the wheel thing, I've experienced that a little bit with her, but with
Mm-hmm.
my daughter. So yeah, no on the getting caught in the wheelchair thing. But I
Bills.
also think you
Yeah.
could tie up one of the sides or be a little comfy because
Yeah,
I
you
I do
no.
think that a dress is more comfortable, but I don't know. I'll be sitting in a wheelchair all day, so don't tell me. Don't ask me, because
So
I'd
what?
rather have a dress than to have pants to have to
Yeah,
take off.
right. Okay. And let's see. Next session. Okay, so the next one is um high waisted everything. What is it? Oh yeah. High waisted everything. Jeans, shirt, trousers. Play a name for a date outfit.
That's too much. I feel like that's too much.
I
Mm,
mean, it depends on the weather outside
that
and
too,
where you at. Yeah, because
because
if you stayed in Florida, I don't think you would ever wear that.
no, 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 that's definitely
um,
too much stuff to be
it's
taken
a
off.
sad. It's like it would be a bit slayed depending on the weather, especially for wheelchair users. It keeps everything tucked in, no awkward gaps, and it creates a lovely silhouette when sitting. Super comfortable too. Um, and our last one is matching athleisure wear on that first date. Slay or nay?
On a first
Mm-mm.
date,
Yeah, that's a hell no. That's a hard nay.
yeah, no. I mean, casual, yes, but on a first date, no. I wouldn't
Yeah,
think so.
unless it's a coffee date at 7 a.m. on a Sunday,
Right,
you're both runners. Even then, maybe level up to some dark denim.
just a little bit.
Making effort, okay?
Right.
Right. So great fashion of advice, ladies. Remember, confidence is your best outfit, but a good tailored piece helps too. All right, on to our next segment, which is all right, Will Nation. This is my favorite part. It's time to spill the tea and roll deep. We ask you to submit your juicy grievances or moments of beef to our social media, and we're going to read them live and get your responses in the comments. Also, we might share some celebrity gossip because why not, right? Okay, so our first listener says, um, it's from at Shy Lot Lover 22 on Instagram. My friend set me up on a blind date. We had a great time, though there was chemistry. But then he ghosted me for 2 weeks, only to pop up asking if I could hook him up with my attractive able-bodied roommate. I'm a wheelchair user, and I feel completely used. What did I do wrong?
Nothing. They were picking and choosing from the beginning
Right.
because if they were the one that set you up and he stopped talking to you, he wanted to make sure that he wasn't, at least he wanted to make sure that he wasn't leading you on or pursuing you before asking. But why would he ask you instead of the person that set you guys up?
Right.
So I feel like that was kind of being a little bit malicious. Like, why? But you had the gut to ask the person that you were set up with.
Right.
I don't think you did anything wrong at all. I think that he was picking and choosing from the beginning, and he purposely was asking you to make sure that you knew that he was shutting you down without being mature, because
Yeah.
he could have communicated that. So I don't
Yeah.
think there was anything wrong.
And and honey, you didn't do nothing wrong. This man is trash. Period. And that's a classic case of fetishization avoidance or just plain being an awful person. He's a horrible person. So I wouldn't I would cuss him out, to be honest. Like for
I
real.
I wouldn't
I would make him look horrible.
I
I
wouldn't
would.
cuss him out, but I would make him look bad by um letting them know what the tea was from the beginning, and also like just how do you say, hold on, give me a pause on that because I lost my train of thought. But
You good.
basically, yeah, but just basically like outing him out by but being calm about it, because you want him to know that, oh, he was just another one then. That wasn't the one for you, because the person that's gonna be for you is not gonna do anything like that.
Right.
And know that whatever is for you, and nobody and nothing can change that except for you. So if you do find one, don't push them away.
Right, right. So you heard it first, y'all. Will Nation, keep the tea brewing and keep those submissions coming. We love hearing from you. Time for some good vibes. It's our Will Talk birthday shout out segment. We absolutely love celebrating our Will Tribe. Happy belated birthday to our amazing listeners. Um, Jasmine, who turned 30 on November the 8th. She said she celebrated by treating herself to a spa day and rolling into her dirty 30s with style. Um,
Ooh, nice.
yes,
No,
yes. Also, a massive happy birthday to Mark, whose birthday is November the 15th, which is today. We hope you
happy
have the
birthday.
most Yeah, we hope you have the most incredible day, full of joy and good times.
Period.
Do you have any shout outs, Frankie?
Just my daughter on the 11th, Lizzie, and then my daughter on the 28th, Aziri.
Okay, that's what's a happy early birthday, you
Yes,
guys. Um, and a special shout out to all the Scorpios out there celebrating this month. You're passionate, powerful, and you know how to how to roll deep. If you want a birthday shout out on the podcast and on our social media platforms, make sure you submit your birthday in a little blurb about how you're celebrating to our DMs on Instagram or Facebook. We want to
period.
keep the conversation rolling, so please encourage listeners to submit comments on all social media platforms. What what were your biggest takeaways from today's episode? Have you experienced chair fishing or fetishism? Um, fetish. I can't say the word, but yeah, you know. What are your biggest dating red flags? Let us know. Your engagement truly makes the podcast special. We love hearing your stories and
And
perspective.
do, and do, and do. And the gossip. The gossip.
Well, yeah, the juicy tea.
I like
All
that
right,
juicy
Will
gossip.
Talk Tribe. Unfortunately, we reached our final destination for today. What an explicit, fun, and eye-opening conversation about dating, love, and accessibility. Thank you, ladies, for bringing your authentic selves and your incredible insights today.
Yeah.
Um, Frankie, you can go. Go ahead.
That's just it. The real Frankie G out. BRB. Till next time.
Absolutely, and remember, whether you're swiping, rolling, or walking through these love lanes, you your worth is undeniable, and you deserve a love that celebrates all of you. Don't settle for less than a green light. Before we
Amen.
roll out, make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms to stay connected with the Will Tribe and never miss an update. YouTube channel Will Talk Podcast 2025. Instagram at Will Talk Podcast 2025. TikTok at Will Talk Podcast 25, and Facebook search Will Talk Podcast with Nique and Friends. Um, use the um, hashtags on Will Tribe and Will Nation to share your thoughts and join the conversation online. We're all about podcast conversations, advocacy, love, relationship, friendship, courtship, men, women, disabled, everybody, careers, finances, travel, and all the juicy bits of life. Thank you for tuning into We'll Talk Podcast with Nique and Friends. We'll catch you next time when we're rolling into another hot topic. Stay fabulous, stay empowered, and keep on rolling. Later.
He rolling. Mm-mm.
Yeah.